next, so that everybody has that sun-kissed glow. And for me, that helps me from that temptation of, there's nothing I love more than to put oil on myself and bake like a piece of bacon. I cannot do that anymore, and I am now, I have so many sunspots and damage that I did to myself growing up, because back then we didn't, know better. We all know better now.
Right.
But we don't want to look pale, and these bronzers are so natural looking. They're 3 different colors. One is the newest, the Tahitian tan. So we'll go this way. This is your Caribbean Crush. Can you help us decide which one we want, Allison, please?
Yeah, that Caribbean Crush is going to be for my darker girls.
Okay.
I mean, because you're going to want to be able to see some of that definition.
Okay.
So go with that if you're the dark.
Okay. In the middle is going to be the newest color combination that was just introduced in March. That's Tahitian Tan.
Again, I can use this one, Pat, during those summer months. So don't be afraid of it if you're a light-skinned girl. You really can go both ways with this one. It's just, how big do you want to blend?
Yeah, perfect. And last but not least, Sun Bronze.
This is my favorite. This is the one I use all day, every day for my bronzing, because it is the lightest. So it offers just a little contouring detail without being too in your face.
Perfect. All right, my friend, teach us how we're going to use this bronzer.
Listen, once I went to a stick bronzer, Pat, it was hard for me to go back to anything else. I'm just going to be honest, because not only was all of this good for me with the vitamin E, shea butter, marula oil, but it was easy. I didn't have to sit there for hours, right? I could just open this up, because I'm a working mom, right? I'm and a wife and all the things. So I have to have something easy. So watch this. I opened mine.
Okay.
I always do the kissy face.
Okay, kissy
or
face.
Or the fish face, I'm sorry.
We could do that. Kissy fish.
And then look, I'm just gonna go right in those cheekbone area. Watch this. I have to look at I can't look at the camera because it messes me up. And then this, and then now you see
do a little
how
on the forehead.
There. I have not even blended.
Oh yeah, look at how that contoured your face. That's so good.
But now, what's so fantastic, Pat, is look, I'm just turn it over, open it, and I got my brush.
I love that.
Yeah, really cool. And now I'm just going to blend. And really, y'all, if you like a darker contour, no judgments here. Do what you feel. Pat, I like that yours is so blended. Okay. I like that you blend so well that it looks just perfect on your face from the top to the bottom. I love that.
Listen, I have no chin line.
That's what most people are going for, Pat, is that look.
No jawline, so I have to put something, and particularly one time I went to a makeup counter when I was in my teen years. I still am scarred. The woman said, "I've never seen a whiter skin," and I was like, so my neck is very, very pale. So what I always do with a bronzer is do the follow that down here, follow that, and then you just blend it, and you don't have to find another brush. And this is just perfect. I mean, no matter what your skin tone is, no matter what your age is, I mean, look how beautiful our Brenda is. It's easy.
Looks beautiful. And Brenda has beautiful skin already, Pat.
Absolutely, I agree.
So she's probably not going to want to put something on her skin that has been tested on animals or that does not have good stuff, okay?
Right.
Honestly, Brenda looks like she takes very good care of her skin. So if she does, she's picking this up because of the vitamin E, the marula oil, and the shea butter, all the good things that are going to give back. I don't know, Pat. I spend a lot of money on my skincare. Okay? I've gotten to where I do that. So why would I reverse that? Putting on my makeup. That makes no sense to me.
Allison, that is huge. That is huge. And sometimes, and don't do this at home. I just want you to see how much product you're getting, because a little of this is going to go a really long way.
Long way.
If you want to pick up a second one so that you have it, one on hand, because lots of time I like to do that with something I really, really love. You can go ahead and do that. The brush is permanently attached to the other end. Here's another thing, between, look, our foundation, let me put the cap on it so that I don't ruin it. But now you're packing this to go on a trip. We're gonna get you the lipstick in just a little bit. We'll get you some eye color, but none of it is messy. There's no bottles opening up to pour all over the place. I don't need any kind of sharpener with these things.
You know what those say are, Pat? TSA approved. Right
Oh,
here. I'm
yeah.
saying it right here because there's
Okay.
no liquid involved. I feel like I can say that
Yeah.
because this will be TSA approved. You can get through the airport with this stuff. And not only that, it fits nicely in your purse.
Yes, exactly. And it's not going to open up and explode in your purse. Allison, I love the way that you
Correct.
did the contour on your face. Sometimes people will do it on their nose. You know your face best. And sometimes
Yeah.
a little swipe on that. Lots of times, if we're lucky enough to have somebody do our makeup here, I'm like, I'm a little ghostly. Hit me with a bronzer. Powder sits in my lines and wrinkles where this
Same.
is easy to be able to go ahead. There's what Maddie just did on her nose. This is easy to be able to blend so it looks natural. Look how dewy her face looks. Like she looks like she just came in from outside and she saw her
correct.
sweet little boyfriend or her husband. I don't know if Maddie's married, so.
We might could get her married, Pat, if we're doing this.
We definitely could with a look like that.
Here's what I want to say. You really hit the point earlier when you started the show, and you said Matt is gone. Listen, ladies,
Yeah.
forever
Yeah.
I think we thought, Pat, that matte was the way to go. You know, I think that we were
Right.
raised that way to really cover and powder, and now we're not doing that anymore. We want to look like the natural woman.
Yes.
So that dewy, like I'm looking at your skin, it's so hydrated and dewy because of the products. And
Yes.
it's really giving back to what your natural beauty already has.
The other thing about this, Allison, when I look at this, let's say you only wanted to take this to the beach with you. You get off the beach. You could use a little of this on your lips. You could use a little of this on your eyelids as, you know,
A little
really.
something, something.
Yeah, a little something, something. So, I mean, that's okay.
Yeah,
We're watching.
this is-
Allison is
well-
doing that, right?
Multi-use.
Yes.
Yeah, multi-use. I mean, I didn't put
Exactly.
on any eyeshadow because I know we're going to show those shadow sticks, but I mean, look,
Yeah.
look, just a little bit of something,
Yeah.
something, and it brightens the eye.
Exactly. And now you feel like you're pulled together and you can go off and go to the, the boardwalk and have fun, and you feel pulled together. If you are someone who's very fair, Allison, you said you normally would use a light in the foundation. So which one of these do you use?
Okay, now look, Pat, I'm different from everybody because I do work TV. We work TV, so we
Right.
know that sometimes darker, we have to be a little darker. So I might even go with that middle or right color
Okay.
that I'm looking at which is the Tahitian tan
Tahitian
and
tan.
the Caribbean Crush or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
This is
Tahitian tan,
Caribbean
Caribbean
Crush.
Crush. On my tan moments, I'm gonna stick with that sun bronze maybe throughout those winter times and things, or just for an everyday glow.
They're really pretty close together. You can see a better look, and that also lives on QVC.com. Don't be afraid of it. They're very easy to blend. I think that's one of the nicest things about it. And it gives you a sun-kissed, gives you a glow, and that's what we want. We want to be glowy. Right, Rachel?
That's right.
Yes.
Right.
Now, every girl needs good eyeliner.